Thank you all for joining us here today. It is an incredibly important and meaningful milestone for Nashville's hospitality industry. So we're glad y'all are here with us to share the news and the moment. First, let me start by recognizing our board of directors that are here. Certainly Ken Levitan, our chairman. You'll hear from him in a minute. John Fleming, Beth Courtney, Howard Cattell, and Pete Wine, if y'all would just at least acknowledge. Thank y'all for being here today. I also want to thank the Metro Council members that are here today. I believe they will be recognized in a minute. The Metro Tourism and Convention Commission members, and of course our many hospitality industry partners. Thank all of y'all for coming out today and being a part of this. Also, welcome to our Visitor Information Center. I think it's a very appropriate setting for the news we want to share. We're seeing more visitors than ever in our city's history. About 300,000 come through here alone. So its place stays pretty busy. And we're here today, as I said, to talk about a major milestone in the city's hospitality industry. To give some background on kind of how we got to this milestone and how Nashville has become a top global destination, I'd like to introduce our board chair, Ken Levitan.
Thank you, Coach. Just over 5 years ago, since our city's recovery from the 2010 floods, the accolades for Nashville have just been rolling in. The rankings have been great. All news has been positive. But the success of Nashville's second largest industry started long before that. And it's the culmination of a lot of years of planning and focus, a lot of hard work, a lot of collaboration. That's why I'm thrilled that Mayor Barry is here to help us pause for a moment to recognize the milestone success that she'll be announcing when she speaks. But first, a little bit of the background. 12 years ago, with the first of the 3 strategic plans, the Nashville CVC brought together community leaders from all areas of the city to focus on the industry and the future. Issues like our Music City brand and its importance, our attractions, what we would call our demand generators, our marketing budgets, and of all the things that will lead us to new levels of success, like air service, new convention center, and world-class events. Our Music City brand was at the epicenter of the conversation. Its uniqueness and importance to our city. It's what made us stand out. Today, from the moment you enter Nashville, the brand is everywhere. When you walk into the airport, it's there. Interstate signage, it's there. Our hotels, our restaurants, it's everywhere. Our partners at Metro are a big part of this. Public Works and Metro Parks specifically have been great. They've supported the brand, partnering with us on Walk of Fame Park, installing guitar pick signs, showcasing live music venues, and working with us to wrap all the traffic signals that you see that echo the sounds of the music that comes from Nashville. Because of the community's support of our brand and our willingness to invest in ourselves, we've become a top global destination. And we've done it without the typical assets of most cities, most competitive cities, like beaches, theme parks, gaming, things like that. We've elevated our brand and pushed our authentic creative culture, and the results have been pretty staggering. We've united more than 1,000 businesses in the Middle Tennessee region who are partners of the NCVC and support our sales, marketing, and product development efforts, both financially and with participation. And we've worked with city leaders to make major investments in the industry, including the Music City Center. As the old adage goes, we planned our work and we worked our plan. Our community collaboration, strong planning, and solid focus have all paid off. In addition to all the increased visitation to Nashville, we've also seen untold amounts of Nashville accolades, articles, domestic and international, all touting the virtues of Nashville. It seems like every week there is something or someone new saying very nice things about our city. And just when you think it couldn't possibly continue, in the past few months, Lonely Planet names Nashville a Best in Travel 2016 Top 10 city. We're the only U.S. city to make the list. TripAdvisor announced that Nashville showed the greatest increase in popularity amongst international travelers, and in the midst of preparing for New Year's Eve, Travel and Leisure announced Nashville as the Reader's Choice Destination of the Year. Pretty incredible. With the Lonely Planet announcement, that makes 4 years in a row that a major travel influencer has named Nashville as a top global destination. This recognition should not be taken lightly. Everyone can get lucky once, maybe twice, but 4 times, pretty fantastic. These accolades show our plans are working and our future is bright. Our industry partners are doing what it takes to sustain our success. Our latest independent visitor profile study shows that visitors to Nashville are spending more money when they visit, enjoying themselves more than ever before, and recognizing, most importantly, that there's only one music city on the planet. To hear that firsthand from our most important stakeholders, our customers, demonstrates to me the strength of our success. The accolades are great, and we love the attention, but for the CVC, they don't pay the bills. The numbers are what matters, and the numbers on all fronts are just as good. They're staggering. It's exciting to be here today as we celebrate Nashville's successful hospitality industry, and I'm especially honored that Mayor Berry is here to make our announcement. Thank you.
Good afternoon, and Ken, thank you so much for that kind introduction. I did just want to give a quick shout out to the council members who are also here. We have Council Member Robert Swope and Council Member Devette Blaylock with us today, and we are here to celebrate a significant and unprecedented milestone in the history of Nashville's hospitality industry. And yes, like Rich said a second ago, I am a big believer in the importance of the hospitality industry for our city. That's why, as a Metro Council member, when I was in your shoes, I voted for and supported the Music City Center. The investments in that project and in the industry as a whole are what we're here to talk about today. I am very proud to announce that the hospitality industry has reached 60 consecutive months of year-over-year record-breaking numbers of hotel rooms sold and hotel taxes collected. Yeah, you can clap. Think about that for a moment. Go back to December of 2010, after our city and the hospitality industry had recovered from that devastating flood that previous spring, and that was the best December in our city's history in terms of hotel rooms sold and hotel taxes collected. Then the same thing happened in January in 2011, and then in February, then in March, then in April, and it kept going like that for 60 months. This lengthy streak of economic success has never happened in our city's history. And I know we already applauded, but I think we can applaud that again. The numbers were so strong that we wondered how they compared to the other major destinations in the country, so we asked STR, the global leader in hotel research, to look into it for us. Amanda Height, STR's president and COO, is going to join us here in a second to share these results, which really are incredible to hear. In addition to the hotel room demand, the hotel tax collections that have grown to an unprecedented 130% in the past 5 years, that means we have more than doubled over that time. That tax revenue that our visitors bring here means that those revenues help us support our city. And here's one more bit of great news. In October of 2015, just this last October when I came into office, the city collected the most money it has ever collected in a single month in hotel taxes. That meant that $6.2 million was collected, and that's the first time we've ever topped $6 million in 1 month. That kind of sustained monster growth says a couple of things to me. First, I think it's further validation that Nashville's appeal as a top global destination and a leader in the industry is being fully realized. We are a city that is full of vibrant, dynamic, appealing neighborhoods and attractions for people of all ages. And we have a primetime TV show called Nashville. And that goes out all over the world. It takes our great music and it shares it with the world every week. We can't underestimate how much Nashville has meant for Nashville. Second, our hospitality industry is a vital economic engine for our city. Our annual visitor spending generates an incredible $5.42 billion in Davidson County. That is 31% of all of the direct visitor spending in our state. The hospitality industry creates jobs, 58,000 jobs at all levels. And the industry sustainability supports our efforts to improve our quality of life by helping us pay for, yes, more sidewalks, new parks, libraries, and increased police and fire protection. And our brand, as Ken said, as Music City, gives us that edge that no other city in the world can claim. Music is central to Nashville's identity, and music makes people happy. And they want to go where they're happy, and they want to come where the music is. This is an important milestone, not just for our hospitality industry, but also for our entire city. And I want to take a moment and just thank Butch and his entire team at the Nashville Convention and Visitor Corp for all that they do. It wouldn't happen without them. Not only do they greet and inform all of the out-of-town visitors who come to this information center, but they're also out there selling hotel rooms and convention spaces to groups and associations at a record pace. This year, thanks to the great efforts of Gaylord Opryland and Music City Center and all of our convention partners, we were named the 9th busiest convention destination in the country. They are also marketing to our city to visitors worldwide. They work with national and international media to generate great stories that you hear about Nashville. They hold training sessions for our city's hospitality workers to help offer them friendly, knowledgeable services so that they can serve our visitors. And they go above and beyond by recognizing those folks through the Hitmakers program. They are promoting our Music City through the Walk of Fame, where they do great introduction ceremonies. I got to sit in on my first one when I was first elected with Miranda Lambert. That was pretty awesome. And in their spare time, because I think Butch doesn't want to sit still, he also helps put on 2 of the city's largest free outdoor events. First, New Year's Eve. How many of y'all were there? And July 4th. I seem to remember we had a great big crowd down there a couple weeks ago. The Convention and Visitors Corp does all this with our partners, our hotels, our attractions, our restaurants, and everyone else in this industry who give our guests that friendly customer service that makes Nashville so special. I know achievements like this are really hard-earned. They don't come easy. And hospitality never stops. Hospitality doesn't take a vacation. In just 2 weeks, we're going to have another incredible milestone where we're going to host the NHL All-Star Game and weekend for the first time. So on behalf of the citizens of Nashville, let me just say how proud I am of our hospitality industry. I want to thank all of the men and women who go out of their way to promote our city and make their stays enjoyable and memorable and always coming back to Nashville. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mayor Barry. We are seeing more female visitors since you've been elected. I have noticed that uptick. Yeah, sorry. They spend more. They're smarter. They get around more too. I'm not done. Just reiterate 2 things real quick that Mayor said. First of all, we don't think we do it alone. It's a collaborative effort, and I think Ken alluded to it. 3 strategic plans in the last 12 years. Citywide involvement in the planning process, 1,000 members, a lot of investment, just a ton of collaboration, and it has paid off because we work together and because we all have our eye on getting the visitors here to Nashville, and then we'll fight over our share of the pie once they're here. I want to acknowledge Ken too, as the mayor talked about New Year's Eve. We would not have had the Kings of Leon if it had not been for Ken's arm twisting, both on me and the band. But it turned out to be a record event for us, 150,000 people. And thanks to the good work of STR, and I'll introduce Amanda in a minute, we already know that we sold 24,500 hotel rooms, which are the most rooms we have ever sold on New Year's Eve in the history of this city. So thank you. Thank you for Public Works and Police, Fire, and everybody else. And thank you for getting us that number pretty quick. As we said, 5 years, 60 months of record demand and record tax collections. And those of you that know me, immediately I thought, damn, that's a big number. Scared me a little bit because I also put pretty significant expectations on myself. But before I think about the next 60 months, I wanted to know, has anybody else ever done that? What does that really mean for us? So Nashville's fortunate to have formerly Smith Travel Research, now STR, headquartered in the greater Nashville area. And they are the preeminent experts on data and research in the hotel community worldwide. We're, as I said, fortunate to have them. We do a lot with them. We rely on them a lot. So we called Amanda and we said, would you do a deep dive? Would you look at the top 50 markets? We're considered a top 25 hotel market, according to them. We said, let's just don't look at 25, let's look at 50. So I would like to take this opportunity to ask the president and COO of STR, another very smart, strong female, Amanda Height, to join us.
Thank you, Butch. Well, first, let me say congratulations to the city of Nashville. We are happy to say that the Nashville area is our home. I don't get to spend much time in Nashville. I'm on the road quite a bit all over the country and the world, but Nashville is it's a hot city. Everyone wants to talk to me about Nashville. So I was happy when Butch gave us the call and said, let's dive deep into the data in our own backyard. So congratulations to the mayor and to all of you in this room. Let me give you some of the details. So not only is this 60-month streak unprecedented in Nashville's history, but according to our research, out of the top 50 destinations, there has never been another destination to have seen a streak as long and successful as the one that Nashville has seen. So a few of those top 50 markets that we're talking about, just to give you an idea, these are some of the hottest tourism and convention cities across the country. Cities like Chicago, Atlanta, New Orleans, Washington, D.C., New York, Dallas, Orlando. Those are just some of the cities that are in that list of top 50. And the top 50 for us, we rank those based on the number of hotel rooms that are in those markets. When we look through our data, the only other city to get close was Houston. Houston had a 59-month streak, and but Houston's streak ended in January of 2015. So it's been a while since Houston's streak it's been a year since it's ended. Dallas is currently seeing a much shorter streak. Dallas is at 45 consecutive months of record-breaking growth. So Nashville is in the lead, well ahead of Dallas. In the 28 years that we've been collecting this data, Nashville truly stands out as the highest performing destination and most unique in terms of data collectors. I was just telling Butch. It's a market that doesn't perform like the numbers and the history and all the models that we look at. We cannot build a model for Nashville to replicate. It always surprises us, and I'm lucky enough to live here and know a lot of the people that are in this hospitality industry, so I could get to brag on all of you and say, well, I know why Nashville is so different. It is the brand, and it is the people that are here and delivering the service and the brand to all of our guests. So I'm proud to be a part of it. So one other point, we've been tracking data on 163 markets for 28 years now. So if you take a look outside of those top 50 destinations, has there been any other markets to have this sort of streak? No other market that we've ever tracked has had a streak this long. So Nashville is truly unique. And it's not an easy feat. When you're a hot market, everyone wants to be a part of it. Everyone wants to come build, have their hand in the pot some way, and it can make it really difficult for those of us that are operating in the market. Over the last 5 years, there's been 16 new hotels with 3,000 rooms that have opened in the Nashville market. That's an 8% increase in supply. There are currently 1,800 rooms under construction, which is about 5% of the current supply. And in a typical market, I would say, that's going to be really difficult for that market to, and I said this about Nashville 4 years ago. It's going to be really hard for them to absorb that supply, but Nashville doesn't follow any model. So we are starting to see that new growth open up, and it's been great, and it continues to have new visitors coming to fill those new rooms. So I just want to take a moment to say congratulations to all of you. Butch, all of my friends at the Nashville Convention and Visitors Corporation team, and Mayor Berry, congratulations. Thank you.
So, thank you, Amanda. Thanks for putting those numbers in context and perspective for us. I still have trouble saying 60 months and 5 years. And then I think about tomorrow and what will we do? And we're already thinking about July 4th, and we're thinking about next New Year's, and we're talking to the CMA about how we make Music Fest bigger and better, and Live on the Green. And just doing the things intelligently, carefully, thoughtfully, so that we can sustain the growth, the momentum, absorb the new inventory. I think we do know that eventually the streak will end, but we think we have raised the bar permanently for the city. We think we're at a new plateau, and even though you'll hear, oh, the streak ended, that's not going to be a bad thing. It just means we're at a new normal. And I was talking to some of our folks yesterday. I said, all of our competitors, now when I listen to Chicago, they say, we're talking about Nashville, so they're in a hotel meeting in Atlanta and even New York, their data. Nashville keeps popping up, and we didn't used to do that. We're on everybody's radar. We're optimistic about our future. I would reiterate our music, 2 great convention facilities, our dining, our neighborhoods, our attractions, and now the fashion and art scene make our future very, very bright. We have to be mindful of how we got here. We have to protect our character, our culture, and our authenticity. Many of y'all have heard me say that a lot. I like to say I carry my soapbox around and stand on it, but it could go away a lot quicker than it arrived. And the work is too important, the tax revenue is too important, and we all need to keep doing what we're doing and keep our eye on the prize. And the prize is we live in the best city in the country and the only music city in the world. I'd like to thank you all. Thank you all for joining us today. We're not going to field questions from here, but if any of the press would like to do interviews, we certainly are around to answer any questions. Again, thank you. Congratulations to you all. It's a citywide effort. Appreciate it.